So, just last weekend, I told you guys about how Lil Nas X had lost his mind running around the streets of LA at 4 in the morning in nothing but his whitey tightest. The reports were that he had punched a police officer and then was taken to the hospital. Then, once they knew he was okay, he was taken to jail where he would have to wait until yesterday to finally see the judge. And let me tell you guys, this whole situation has gotten way worse than I initially thought, with the pop star now facing multiple felony charges and potential years in prison. So, as you guys can see, Lil Nas X has pled not guilty to felony charges, and his bail has been set at $75,000. Like I told you guys, he had to spend the weekend in jail, and this would be the first time that we would see him since the incident.
The story getting a lot of attention. Lil Nas X made his first court appearance following a bizarre incident down Ventura Boulevard and his subsequent arrest.
The singer pleaded not guilty to felony charges. Video obtained by TMZ shows the Grammy-winning artist strutting in Studio City early last Thursday wearing nothing but underwear and cowboy boots.
Up pleading not guilty to these charges because in a little bit I'm going to be showing you guys the courtroom footage. And the guy's lawyer is going to claim that he wasn't even on drugs in the first place, which is pretty strange considering the initial reports were that he was like potentially doing, which never really made sense. I mean, I don't know anyone who's overdosed and then continued to go walk the streets of LA. Not only was he wandering around in his underwear, but he eventually was wandering around.
Not only was he wandering around in his underwear, but he eventually was wandering around naked.
His first
appearance here at the Van Nuys courthouse was brief, and he got what he wanted. He's going to be released on bail, but with some conditions.
Court appearance here at the Van Nuys courthouse was brief, and he got what he wanted. He's going to be released on bail, but mostly, the guy is lucky to still have his life because that type of situation goes left so fast so often. For Lil Nas X, whose real name is
For Lil Nas X, whose real name is Montero Lamar Hill, pleaded not guilty to the 4 felony charges he's facing. This is him making his first court appearance earlier today.
God damn, he's still singing that.
Lamar Hill pleaded not guilty to the 4 felony charges he's facing. This is him making his first court appearance earlier.
He was only wearing underwear and white boots. He was spotted later naked and wandering on the street.
Earlier today. God damn, Alex. There has been a lot of rhetoric online of basically like, oh, this is finally the karma hitting him. He's doing great mentally. He's doing great.
The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office has charged Montero Lamar Hill with 3 felony counts of battery with an injury on a police officer and 1 felony count of resisting an executive officer. The LAPD says when officers approached the rapper, he charged at them.
Great mentally. What was that first conversation like with him? It's awesome. Awesome. We shed tears. You know, like aunties and things like that. And I'm like, wow, like, do they see this as that too? So, I'm sure they were very conflicted seeing the type of music and imagery he was putting out there. Hill's charges include 3 counts of battery on a police officer and 1 count of resisting arrest. And so, obviously, I saw the footage of him getting into—
He's in good spirit. He's all right. He's very remorseful for what happened, you know, but it can happen in any family, you know. He's going to get the help that he needs. And just keep him in your prayers, you know. Give him the same grace and mercy that God give everyone.
That car. Lil Nas X has left jail after posting the $75,000 bail. So, maybe the guy is not totally broke as many have speculated at this point. Just wanted to show you guys a couple of photos of his release. I mean, for his standards, the guy is looking pretty rough. You know, maybe 2 days in the pen really changed him. And here—
He's doing great mentally. He's doing great mentally.
What was that first conversation like with him?
It's awesome. Awesome. We shed tears, we shed laughter, but he's in great spirit. Give God all the glory. Give God all the glory. That's what he's going to do when he first get out.
And there is some actual footage from the courtroom where Lil Nas is addressed by the judge. So following the case of People versus Monero, case number 25 WCF0.
I also had to think about like how many of my family members are like Christian, like my grandmothers and stuff, and, you know, like aunties and things like that. And I'm like, wow, like, do they see this as that too?
So up to his arrest. I did not observe the arrest to a speedy preliminary hearing within—
Hill's charges include 3 counts of battery on a police officer and 1 count of resisting arrest.
10 court days of today, 60 calendar days. Do you understand? And give up that right, so your case could be set for premiere. And can we just acknowledge for a second how up this courtroom setup is? I mean, don't get me wrong, I know the guy assaulted a police officer. And I guess maybe they see him as a danger, but can the man really not at low AST stand in front of the judge, even if you have to handcuff him? Like they pretty much have the guy in this whole other holding cell like he's Hannibal Hector, or some— that's correct, Joan.
Calling the case of People versus Montero Hill, case number 25 BWCF0. Led up to his arrest. I did not observe the arrest. To a speedy preliminary hearing within 10 court days of today, 60 calendar days. Do you understand and give up that right so your case could be set for preliminary?
We just don't know whether that was actually factually accurate or just some officer's hunch that was uncorroborated. We don't know what happened. I'm assuming they drew blood or tested him. So, at some point, we'll find out. But right now there's nothing in the record that drugs were even a part of this. Like I said earlier, now they're saying that drugs were not a part of this. She alludes there to the idea that
that's correct, Your Honor, but we just don't know whether that was actually factually accurate or just some officer's hunch that was uncorroborated. We don't know what happened. I'm assuming they drew blood or tested him, so at some point we'll find out, but right now there's nothing in the record that drugs were even a part of this.
That they might have drawn some blood from him so they could take some sort of test. But if they're going to go the whole psychosis, mental health, manic episode route, I do think that this whole situation is going to get very polarizing. And so this is just an aberrant episode and in an otherwise productive life. To call his life productive.
And so this is just an aberrant episode and in an otherwise productive life. To call his life productive, I think, would be an understatement. I think it's a remarkable life.
We're going to set bail $75,000. And if he makes that bail, he's ordered to not own, use, or possess any illegal narcotics, attend 4 NA meetings per week, or enroll in an outpatient drug program.
I think would be an understatement. I think it's a remarkable life. Set bail at $75,000. And if he makes that bail, he's ordered to not come use or possess any illegal.
So, Mr. Hill, do you understand and accept those conditions?
Yes.
Illegal narcotics, attend 4 NA meetings per week, or enroll in an outpatient drug program. Goddamn, he said.
Don't forget, he's 26 years old. So it's not unusual for something like this to happen, particularly when you have the pressure of being recognized internationally like him. And so we're going to do our best to address these things. And the best way to do that is just get the team and surround him with a team of people. You could see how much his dad cares, his family cares. And
I don't give a damn. If you're getting this probation, you still going to go to rehab, my boy. I mean, just look at the deep sorrow on this guy's face. So, Mr. Do you understand and accept those conditions? Yes. I'm saying what's up with this ass setup they got. And his attorney would speak after the hearing. Don't forget he's 26 years old.
And we're just getting this like outpouring of love and support for him. It's really unbelievable.
So it's not unusual for something like this to happen, particularly when you have the pressure of being recognized internationally like him. And so, we're going to do our best to address these things. And the best way to do that is just get the team and surround him with a team of people. You can see how much his dad cares, his family cares. And so, is this guy trying to suggest like, oh, this only happened, and he only got caught because he's so recognizable and so famous? I mean, I would go out on a limb and guess that if you have a 6-foot-something guy walking around naked in the streets of a very populated area, he's going to get arrested no matter what. And we're just getting this like outpouring of love and support for him. It's really unbelievable. And I'm pretty sure I saw a report that this guy that Lil Nas hired is actually like Donald Trump's ex-lawyer. Like I said earlier, here comes the polarizing takes. You got a lot of people saying this. Lil Nas X is an example of why you should never play with God or mock him. And then you have other people saying stuff like this. Lil Nas X is facing years in prison for having a mental health crisis. But Donald Trump, who is a felon himself, is the president right now. Make it make sense. And to me, it's like, okay, let's not act like he is completely absolved from everything that happened. I mean, at the end of the day, the guy stripped down naked in public and allegedly assaulted multiple police officers while doing so. So to me, whether it's like drugs or a psychotic break, that doesn't mean he's just going to be in the clear. And I think from here, he's going to really be fighting an uphill battle. I mean, yeah, guys, at this point, it's really not looking good for Lil Nas X. I mean, I would think that when it comes to his career and him being a pop star, like those days are really over. This is probably all an absolute nightmare for the label after he was already trending downward, and then he does something like this. And I'm almost positive that they're pretty much going to discard him altogether. But I will continue to keep you updated on this situation. This is obviously something that could take, multiple years to unfold at this point. Let me know all's thoughts down below in the comments. Also want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and some other fallen stars out here need to be covered. So I'm out.